Wait few minutes. I'm just going to retweet it again. That we are live.
Yeah.
Um, so not sure if you know, but I I've been mentioning your art before. I did some video on Stargaze, and actually since the start, because ANYO, that's how I pronounce how you say it,
Yeah, ANYO.
ANYO. So this was like one of the most impressive art when it comes to the Genesis art. I would put like I think there is like three really like good art projects on Stargaze that are in like the blue chip, which
Hmm.
one that I have the biggest connection, which is Bad Kids. There is you, of course, with very limited collections that were very expensive, and
Yeah.
I didn't have chance to get them because they were so popular. And now on the secondary market, they're like super expensive. And the more of the artist that is engaged in Andromaverse and Stargaze Punks, like I think these three projects really like push forward the Stargaze. So
Yeah.
with this, you are not the artist.
No.
We can establish that. You are part of the ANYO team.
Hmm.
And as I said at the start, I saw the ANYO collections, right? Um, and I thought it's just beautiful, limited art.
Yeah.
But it's not only this. So, can you give me some introduction? What are those limited collections that you dropped that were released 2025, 15, and there is more of them actually coming to the future? I'd like to learn about those.
Yeah. So to give you a proper background, I'm
Mm-hmm.
not the artist. I'm a friend of the artist, and the artist, he prefers to go by the name Esoj Luna. He lives in the Philippines. I used to live there for 10 years, and so we're friends. And I've worked with him before,
Mm-hmm.
and he's been creating the Anyo art that we released in the first few collections. This is art that he's been creating the past 7 or 8 years. So he has a huge body of work. And beginning of this year, I asked him like, "Hey, why haven't you done like a NFT collection of your art? I mean, because I really think it's amazing." um, and he said that he hasn't because he doesn't know how to go about it, and that's how we started, sort of uh, working together and packaging his art. And so I've been curating the art a bit, but to
Mm-hmm.
be honest, so much of this is all from him. I mean, he's
Mm-hmm.
a lot of this art was created even before we started talking about this. And so then we sort of decided to do these four main collections, which is Annual Part 1, 2, 3, and 4, and there's 25 pieces in each of
Mm-hmm.
these. Um, and then we started building around that, and as you mentioned, they were very popular because I think that people appreciate the art the same way I did when I saw it the first time. Uh,
Absolutely beautiful, I have to say.
yeah, thanks. And Esoj Luna, I think that he's when you meet him, he's a very quiet guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's very shy, and that's why he so far hasn't wanted to be public. An extreme introvert, except for when he's drunk.
Mm-hmm.
But and he's a true philosopher. So all these parts reflect different times or periods or events in his life. And he also writes poetry that we're starting to release together with the art, like the last collection that we released, which was the Garden of Overthinkers, had poetry with it as well.
Mm-hmm.
So we started releasing these, and they were very popular. But then we also felt like it's a shame that only so few people can get access to the art. And he cannot, and he doesn't want to create like thousands of ANYO pieces, like it's not, that's not what it is. And that's why we came up with these Z creatures, which is the collection that's coming up now.
Mm-hmm.
And the Z creatures, if you look at the ANYO art, you see the Z creatures across all ANYO pieces. So
Mm-hmm.
so they're already part of this universe. So it was very natural in a way to pick out the Z creatures and do a collection with only them. Like there you have, from ANYO Part 1, you have the Z
Yeah,
creatures.
you can see the Z creature here,
Yeah,
um, which is really beautiful because it all connects now, right? So.
yeah, yeah. And this Z creature, the Z stands for Zigbin,
Mm-hmm.
and that stands for Sigbin, which is part of Filipino folklore.
Mm-hmm.
The Sigbin is a creature that lives in the trees, almost like a vampire-ish creature that sucks the blood of people, and like.
Mm-hmm.
But this is Esoj Luna's sort of like modern view of the Sigbin, and seeing the Sigbin as part of our everyday life. So the
Mm-hmm.
Sigbin is with him in his life, sort of. So that's why we started developing this Z creature collection, which is 1,000 pieces, way more accessible to
Mm-hmm.
people, and yeah, we're releasing it on the 26th, so that's in 3 days, I think, on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then we have, so like the whole Anyo thing started off with me basically asking Esoj Luna, why haven't you created NFTs? And then all of this happened, and it's growing and growing, and we have so many ideas of things we want to do. All these art, including the Z creatures, which are divided into 10 kingdoms, all those kingdoms have stories. And both Esoj Luna and me, we are storytellers.
Mm-hmm.
And so naturally, there are more things growing out of this universe. Um, but nothing is 100% yet. So I don't want to promote something that then end up not happening.
That
Uh,
that's even better because many people do this,
yeah,
and it's great that you don't
yeah, yeah.
want to
Because
do this
so,
because
so yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
no, I mean, so far you delivered beautiful art, and like I mean, Esoy delivered. You helped because you guys, it's
Yeah.
common effort, right? And developers, and it really was like one of the most impressive things, art wise, that I
Mm,
saw on Stargaze, or maybe even most impressive. So just I'd
thanks.
really appreciate that. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, there's a lot of people who keep asking like, what's the utility of these things, or
Hmm.
or is there gonna be something more? Um, and because the way it's built, it's so
Hmm.
ready for being turned into something else. Like the
Hmm.
stories are there, the kingdoms are there, the creatures, the characters are there. So, but we don't want to, like right now, we're telling everyone that whoever buys Anyo, it should be for the art. If we end
Hmm.
up being able to take it further to the next level,
Hmm.
then that will be a bonus. It won't be why people got into this, but we want people to get into it because of the art and the stories that are there, and the poetry that's there, and that's coming. And then we will see how we will continue building this.
Hmm. I just want to say, like, you put it really nice because you describe Esoy as the, not only artist, but also as the poet. And when what I really like in the art, and many people don't get, when I have friends who build the NFT, I often tell them, what story does it tell?
Mm,
Right? Because many people think, hey, it's just cool looking PFP image.
yeah.
But when I look at this collection and you go part one, part two, part three, you see the story being told
Yeah,
through the pictures, and that's really like quite, I do like this sort of things, you know. But if I could ask you, so these limited collections, we can establish that's for the art, right? You like the art, you can be the collector of the, and part of this story that SOE created here, right?
yeah,
Mhm. And when it comes to the, and now you're deciding to go with the larger collection.
yeah,
By the way, like I hope everyone see, like you can see the Z creatures being part of the, I think not all of the, in all of them, so it's like really cool to get the image where is
there,
the Z
there is
creature
one.
in
Yeah,
it. And I think now many people will be like, it's even like, you know, more rare to have the Z
yeah,
creature in the,
yeah, yeah.
in the image, you know. um Too bad there is so little of them for sale. I'd love to have them. They are very like, did you expect they will be that successful
No,
and like pricey,
I
you
mean,
know? Yeah.
I'm not neither a crypto guy nor a
Hmm.
NFT guy to start with. Like
Hmm.
I'm a
Hmm.
filmmaker.
Oh,
So
nice.
yeah,
Nice.
so this all really, it was just a seed of an idea when I asked him, why don't you make NFTs? And then we got into it, and then so it's really been growing organically
Hmm.
with the community and we're so happy to be part of Stargaze and the Genesis Mint and the team at Stargaze have
Hmm.
been very kind to us and very
Yeah.
nice and helpful. But so
um
it really, so everything really just is happening step by step, and that's also why we are sort of like evaluating the possible uh, other format or mediums that we can use to keep telling this story and go deeper into the story.
mhm. You mentioned Stargaze, and I do love Stargaze people, you know. But for someone who's, you know, I think it's even better you are outside of the crypto and,
Mm.
you know, outside of the NFTs. That gives you the real picture and real focus on what's important, which is art, I guess. um but the Stargaze was essentially, don't want to say non-existent, right? A very small community and
Mm.
very small platform. Did And the natural move would be like, hey, let's deploy on Ethereum, it's popular, we might get more customers. So how did it happen that you found Stargaze, and why did you decide to launch on the Stargaze?
I read that I read about Cosmos and,
Hmm.
and Atom, and I heard from a friend that he was staking Atom and he got like a huge airdrop. Is it called airdrop?
Yes.
Of stars
Hmm.
just from staking atoms. He was telling me about it, and I thought it was interesting to give away so much of currency to the community. So I started looking into Stargaze, and I really liked and appreciated the idea behind it and how
Hmm.
open it is and fair it is. Um, and then we applied. There was a form that you filled out to be a Genesis artist, and we filled it out, and we got a very positive response. So it kind of happened that way. And what's interesting is that ahead of the launch of the second collection of Love and Culture, I
Hmm.
think it was on the day of the launch or the day before the launch.
Hmm.
Um, we found someone in the community wrote that there's someone has stolen Esoj Luna's art and put it on OpenSea.
Oh,
Uh,
wow.
yeah, yeah, this collection, like ahead of this collection, someone in the community wrote that, and I really panicked. And I went on OpenSea and I saw, because Esoj Luna, like now that you Googled him earlier, you didn't find much of his art anymore. But
Yeah.
he had all of his art public, and someone had
Hmm.
stolen all of it and put it on OpenSea.
Yeah.
And I really panicked, and I asked him to take down the art, and then we looked into this collection, which was stolen, and all of his art was there, but none of it had been sold. Nobody had
Hmm.
bought anything, and the prices were also really low. And so
Hmm.
someone had just stolen it, put it on on OpenSea, but nobody had touched it.
Mhm.
And so we asked, we made a takedown ticket, so it was taken down. But to me, that really showed that it's about the community.
Mhm.
It's about the people that you have around you that believe in the vision that you're,
Mhm.
working on, and who's taking part in
Mhm.
telling that story. Um,
Mhm.
so that was, to me, that was really interesting, that it doesn't really matter which platform you are or where, it matters who are you engaging with, and who are you talking to,
Mhm.
and working with.
Mhm. Um, I would add, like, because for many people, airdrops is the means to enrich themselves, and this is really cool. But the story you just said is really cool, and it shows the real value that was created, because thanks to how Stargaze launched, we
Mm.
got great art, which is ANYO, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I want to ask about Z creatures. Is it still mainly for Z creatures? It's the purpose spreading the art, or there is any plan with it? Maybe.
um, so we are discussing different ideas.
Mm-hmm.
um, Nothing has been decided, but we are
Mm-hmm.
discussing different ideas, and we're discussing a comic book style of storytelling to go into the story more. We
Mm-hmm.
are also, as some people have mentioned, we are discussing a game,
Mm-hmm.
uh, a 2D game, but it's like those are big. Both of those are big projects,
Yeah.
and we are exploring a lot of different things, but nothing is set in stone, and that's why I don't want
Mm-hmm.
to sort of promote it. But
Yeah. That.
there's like, it's so like, I mean, me, when I look at the 10 kingdoms, and the Z gods, and the story behind each kingdom, and visually how different the kingdoms
Mm-hmm.
are, and what you can do with them in a game, I'm like, fuck, this should be a game. Of course it should be a game. I
Yeah.
mean, it's already halfway there, but it's a big commitment to do a game, because if we want
Yeah.
to do the game, we would want it to be as amazing as everything else that we've done so far, and that requires a huge commitment in terms of time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing here that Jam Rick just did the test,
Yeah.
so we can just maybe announce that.
Yeah.
uh,
I want to say so for now. Because we spoke with Sami. Jam, you're the first one. We have 10 whitelist spots for everyone who will make the quiz. So we were not sure how to do it. Let's keep it simple. If you done the quiz, you can send me the screenshot with the result, who you are, and the star's address, and I will pass it to Sami, and you will be able to mint your Z creatures from the whitelist. What it means, you will not have to fight with others in case the popularity will be very high or the mint will be in inconvenient time. You will have time to mint it at your own comfort, and you will be sure to get the Z creatures. So for anyone watching, you can do the quiz. Maybe I will do the quiz right now live if you don't mind, so the
yeah,
people
yeah,
can
go ahead.
see how we do the quiz. Um,
I'll just also add that the whitelist will also allow you to mint cheaper. So it's basically 30%
nice.
cheaper. The Z
Eh,
Creatures, the public price is $75, and the whitelist is 50.
Oh, that's really good. Like, so that comes like at less than 2,000 stars, right? I think it's very fair. Like
Yeah,
and it's really good because I think compared to some other collections, it's very affordable. I spoke to Sami. I do want whitelist and I want to mint mine as well, because I'm fan of the art and finally I can afford it. So let's do the quiz. We will see who am I myself. I did one before. What did I send you? I'm the same, right? But maybe I will have different one. right? Maybe I will lie in the answers. So that's the quiz, which is also pretty cool because I didn't see this engagement, right, from people. Hey, let's do some personality test, and you will have some result who you are. I think that I have not seen the effort coming from anyone on Stargaze NFTs doing that much. And I'll be honest with this. So the first, which of these statements feel the most true for how you are in social interactions? Sami, how would you answer?
Me,
Yeah,
I love being with people, but I need the occasional me time.
yeah. I like talking to people online, but I spend most of my time alone, actually. Maybe I use before I prefer my own company. I will go
Uh,
with this one maybe. So it's like sometimes I actually go out to people. Uh, do you lead the group? Are you the leader there at Anya?
I'm yeah, both in ANYO, but I'm also a director when it comes to films. So I lead the group and distribute the work.
This is very interesting. Have you heard of Bad Kids also on
Yes,
Stargaze?
yes. So I was actually about to say that. So you said that you're involved with them.
I'm involved in the way that I minted a lot of Bad Kids.
Okay.
I bought a lot of Bad Kids, so I'm big Bad Kids holder. And
Yeah.
when I traveled to New York, I met the artist of
Yes.
Bad Kids. So I'm like on very friendly terms, and I wanted to start my validator node on Stargaze,
Mm,
and then the Bad Kids artist said, "Hey, do you want to do it under Bad Kids art?" So we connected, and there's three people. So I'm part of the Bad Kids validator, and I'm
mm,
big holder of Bad Kids. I'm
okay.
trying to promote them, speak about them, just enjoy. But this is how I got engaged. Like I'm not the part. Like I just like Bad Kids,
Mm,
and I would support the artist.
yeah, that's cool
Um,
because I both me and the ANYO team we really love Bad Kids, and we
mhm.
see it sort of as the antithesis to
Yes.
to ANYO in a way. It's like opposites, but as good. And Bad Kids is the only other you know person or people doing a NFT giveaway for Z creatures.
Hmm.
Today they're going to announce the how to win an actual Z creature NFT, and there's a very specific reason why they are the only ones doing it. But we will
Hmm.
find out in the future.
Okay, that's really cool. I will try to get it because I hold a lot of bad kids, so I have chance maybe.
Okay,
Um,
that's good.
but I will say if I will win it from the
Yeah.
contest, I will give it away.
Okay. Yeah, that's nice.
It would be unfair because I have too many bad kids, right? So
Yeah.
if I win, or maybe there would be, but it would be better means to engage community. But I'm speaking of bad kids
Yeah.
because the artist of the bad kids is also filmmaker.
Oh, okay. I
So
didn't know
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah, and you are not the first one, right? Like
Okay.
so that's really cool
Oh,
because a lot of filmmakers, and actually I kind of come from this background. I tried to get
mm,
to film school for 3 times. I wanted to be movie director. I
ah,
tried 3 times and I didn't get, but
okay.
I'm a big film guy.
Yeah.
I like to play with a little cameras, point and shoot with the film negatives and stuff like that. I kept that. So I'm creative, but I'm in crypto. So I actually prefer to do things alone, and I think everyone who watched on Kryptonium channel knows that.
Mm.
Um, do you plan your day?
I figure out key priorities with some detail.
Right. Um, I usually go with this. I have the plan. I know what needs to be done, and like rest is like spontaneous. Like this interview, I know we had to do it. Just do it. So does people come to you for advice?
Yes, for anything and everything.
The same,
That's cool.
but I'm horrible at this. um, create your own destiny.
We do what we can, and things will work out. I think. I wish I could say yes, but that's what I believe.
I'm the same. The
Yeah.
things sometimes not were out, but like we do what we can. Like so, we quite similar. We started different. Would you go back in time and change things?
No, I would be too worried about the consequences.
I feel the real answer of me would be this. I'm too anxious to do this, but like my alter ego would be like, I'd go back just to mess, But the reality, I just, yeah, probably don't want consequences. Would you join forces with your enemy?
Not if I could help it.
Um,
I mean, it's too cynical to say if the best strategy is to do it, then I will. I
yeah,
believe
you're
in
right.
like I believe in like purity.
I will lean towards you. I think we do have strong core values. So,
Yeah,
what's more important to you? Being free to do what I want, always being able to fix my problems, being stronger than everyone else, being able to defeat everyone else.
being free.
That's the easy for me too.
Yeah.
Where would you live?
It's a bit hard now when I have a kid, but I like moving around and seeing new places.
Um, yeah, I used to be this. I always land in the big city like Hong Kong. Like I'm just going to join my wife in Hong Kong, but my heart is often in the countryside. I feel it's hard to, because I like both very big cities or the countryside, which is like a very difficult choice for me. Um, I will go now with countryside just because I don't know how to. How do you prefer to wind down?
It's a bit hard for me to,
Mm-hmm.
but I think the company of friends when I do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
I
split
think.
between the first and the second.
Mm-hmm. I also can't I would say I can't relax, but I do sometimes to wind down anything physical. I probably this. I wanted to say art, but I don't do as much art, so probably go with this. How do you feel when you first wake up?
A bit confused. Where am I? Who am
Do you sleep?
I?
Do you sleep well?
No.
Yeah, like today I'm a little
I have a small kid. It's
All right, that's the
yeah,
that's the nice one. I usually sleep very well, but I didn't share. But like some people know, I'm moving away. I'm very anxious when I travel. I'm so
mm,
stressed, so like I couldn't sleep tonight. So I'll go a bit confused just because that was my
yeah,
today. Um, sense of adventure. Do you have it?
yes,
Always yes.
always yes.
Let's go with yes. Although I would say I aged too much in the last few years and I lost it in me, and I hope to find it. That's why I'm answering this way. Do you seek revenge?
I'll try to move on.
Okay. I would like to say that, but knowing myself, in my head I often plan revenge scenarios, and this is not the best of my threats, but I will go, I might if they deserve it in my head, which is not the best threat, but like I'm trying to be honest here,
Yeah,
right?
it's good. It's good to be honest.
Do you ever get tempted to do something you were told not to do?
No, no.
Mm,
I like
I
no one
think I do
tells me
some.
what to do, but that's not true. Sometimes, maybe
Mhm.
sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So the same. And the last one, has your curiosity ever gotten you in trouble?
Yeah, all the time.
All the
Usually,
time? The same. I'm getting all the time in trouble. Let's
yeah.
see. Okay, I am Bakawanara.
Yeah,
Uh I'd love to save it to remember. Um Akin to
yeah.
the methodical thinkers and builders of Alawan, you are most like the Z creatures of Bakawanara. On the surface, you appear to be humble, industrious, and practical, but all of that is a layer that protects your natural kindness and sense of empathy for those around you. Your empathy can be a double-edged sword, however, being able to process so much input around you that might cause a knowing sense of stress and strain on your mental energy. But your generosity also has its returns of allowing you recharge and reinvent yourself to be stronger than ever. And I think that's beautiful. No,
Does it fit?
I think partially.
Yeah.
Sorry people for like I did not check so many comments that you had, but as I said, do the please do the do the quiz, take the screenshot, and send me on my Twitter. I will check this, your star's address. Okay?
Yeah, because
When
there's
you do
someone
it,
there's someone who did it and tagged. Yeah, he tagged both of us.
cool. And you can do it public, but please in private, show me and send me the address. You might have time. There is 10 whitelist spots. There is below that people watching right now. It's early, so you can, even when you watch it later, you might still have time to do it,
Yeah,
to send me the address. I do think it will finish today. I think we will get this whitelist spots. But if you like the art, you want it a little bit cheaper. You don't want the hassle to trying to time and mint it and chase with others. Just do it and let me know. And the quiz is fun. I think the guys do really great job. um and I
thanks.
will urge you on our live chat right now, try to talk to Esoy to do the art with Don Kryptonium and discover the concept of Don Kryptonium. um
Okay.
it's a little bit insane, but I think it would be, I don't know how I would play it, like I would have like few ideas. I don't know what you like, having like three. I'm not saying this that you could make it, but like if I would make 365 unique pieces, right, and doing auction every single day
Yeah,
for the piece, and with that creating the DAO community for Don Kryptonium, and with the sales would be our treasury that we can play with or whatever, right? Like I had some thoughts I didn't discover, but like that was my ideas. Are you active filmmaker, Sami? A little bit about
yes.
you,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you.
I'm an active filmmaker. I do live action films. I do animation. So that's how I ended up working with Esos Luna.
Mhm.
He's done art for several of the projects that I'm developing,
Mhm.
and I also do documentaries. So I'm a little bit confused when it comes to filmmaking.
uh so someone asking like, if you did the quiz and you won the white list to mint Z creatures of ANYO art, you send me the Stargaze address, so you will be put in the white list and you will have access to mint your NFT before public sale for cheaper price. Okay, that's the. And
Yeah,
best of set, I
public,
like ANYO art.
whitelist will be, I think 1 or 2 hours before the
Mhm.
public and at a cheaper price.
And what time is the public sale starts?
At 3 p.m. What is it? EST. It's 9 p.m. Central
Of
European
Europe,
time.
right?
Yeah,
And
9.
it's Friday.
Yes, Friday 26th. Soon, soon.
Horrible.
Why?
No, it's great for people. It's it
Are
will
you on
be
your
like
side?
3 it will be 3 a.m. in Hong Kong, so I
Ah,
must not be able to
but
do
but
it.
but
Yeah.
you know the previous collections was like 25 pieces or 10 pieces, so they sold out fast. But this is 1,000 pieces, and
I
most
hope
probably,
hopefully I still can,
yeah,
get this. We'll see. Maybe some jet lags, and or
you'll be
stuff.
awake. Yeah.
So you're a director or you're a cameraman?
No, I'm a writer and director.
Writer and director, nice. So I often ask, I don't want to keep it too long, I know you didn't want,
Yeah.
but um what are your favorite movies?
If I'm gonna mention one movie, it's Donnie Darko.
Nice, good
Yeah.
choice. I do like Donnie Darko.
Yeah, I
um
but it's not because I think that it's the best movie ever made, but it's the
mhm,
movie that had a huge impact on me when I saw it. And that's
mhm,
why it's always like
mhm.
it's the movie that I really really love. I could watch it like twice in a day.
Uh-huh. I think I watched it only like maybe twice or something.
Mm.
As you said, I don't think it's the best movie. It didn't have big budget, right? But when you watch it, and at some point you get the, the mad world.
Yeah,
it
yeah,
it it you feel it,
yeah,
right? You
yeah,
just you get it, you get the beauty and the sadness at the same time, I think. Any other films you like, maybe
I mean,
you
there's a
want to
lot of things I like. I like,
or movie director,
yeah,
maybe.
Denis Villeneuve. I like a lot of his.
Sorry.
Denis Villeneuve, the guy who did Dune now, but he did a movie called Incendies, which he won an Oscar or was
Mm-hmm.
nominated. That's the movie that made him famous. I think that's an amazing movie.
Hmm.
Uh,
Sorry, like
Nolan. I mean, there's too many to.
Christopher. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I'm
Someone sent
checking.
me
Like,
someone sent me the star's address. So I think maybe it's a bit confusing.
yeah, send it to Don Kryptonium. Sammy doesn't want to be bothered. Sammy doesn't want to be bothered. Okay, give me. I collect 10. I give it to Sammy. Sammy is too busy to do that. Do it.
Yeah,
Do it to me.
yeah.
How many mints allowed per wallet?
Uh, for whitelist, you mean?
Uh, it can be for whitelist and for.
The public limit. So all previous annual collections have one piece per wallet because we didn't want one person to buy, and
So with the public sale will be the same,
no, with the
or
public sale for Z creatures, there's 10,
10, and for whitelist one, or.
one or two. Uh,
Okay, cool.
yeah, we will announce that right before the launch. But the reason we have 10, this is a tiny hint, because there's 10 kingdoms, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so you can only own 10 Z creatures, and if you own one of each kingdom,
Mm-hmm.
it will get you something in the future.
Nice. So it's good to collect from different kingdoms. That's
Yes.
nice. Um, well, I better try to prepare my stars. That's really cool. And yes, send it to Don Kryptonium. Don't worry, I will check your address. I will put you in the list. Once the 10 people sent, it's over. So if you send now, you probably made it. You will get white list. But please do quiz. Show me who you are. I want to know. Sami, have you heard of the Paul Thomas Anderson director?
Yes.
He made Boogie Nights,
Yeah.
Magnolia. There
I
will
love Magnolia.
uh, Paul Thomas Anderson is my favorite movie director.
Yeah.
Just
I mean,
wanted
he's
to share
amazing.
it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, like I like, because in his movies there was like sentiment of the, like, I don't know, like I feel it. I felt it with Boogie Nights. I watched it like 7 times, and the same There Will Be Blood many years ago, not many more, but but yeah. Thank you for sharing some things
Yeah.
that you like. Thank you for sharing the stuff about Anyo. It was lovely to connect once again,
Thank
people.
you for having me.
uh
It was great. It's the
mhm.
first time I do this kind of thing, but it was fun.
Yeah, and I'm really glad that you did it with me, uh because I wanted to, I messaged you quite some time ago,
Yeah, yeah,
um because I like to speak to the people
yeah.
that I do like art, that I think they're doing something genuine and they do something great. And I see Anya since the start delivering beautiful art and create and beautiful story that is being done there. So
Thank-
um if we can learn a little bit more, yeah, really, really thank you, and enjoy the rest of your day, and please help me to pass to Esoy that um his art is really beautiful.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And
By the way,
yeah,
sorry for the, like, I wanted to say I do really like the art style, because it does reminds me. So he's from Philippines, but I can see the influences from there. Like, I like some art from nearby region there, and
mm,
you can see it's from
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So we'll probably talk again soon.
Yeah, hopefully. Enjoy the rest of your day, and thank you for finding a little bit of time to do it with me. Thank
Of
you.
course. Thank you and goodbye.
Take care. Bye bye. And thank you everyone for watching. That's from me. So take care everyone, and remember, send me the address to get the whitelist. Bye bye.